Hello, 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 and what is going on, everybody? It is Master of the TDS, and I am joined by my lovely wife,
WritingRaven.
And we're back for another episode of Psycho-Synopsis.
Indeed.
Psycho-Synopsis is the segment where we summarize all the Psycho for you. Just a scattering of topics throughout the week, all summarized into a neat little package for you to enjoy and consume at your leisure.
You're welcome.
But yeah, without further ado, we got a bunch of topics to cover here, especially one pretty big one.
So, let's bring in the first client. The Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, absolute flop that it will be.
Yeah, so we have Amazon's Prime Video appears to be using Vanity Fair to attack the Lord of the Rings fans who have criticized the show for not staying faithful to Tolkien's original work. Now, as you can see, there is a woman there who has darker skin. I want to make this very clear. We have no problem with them having darker skin. What we have problem with is that they do not fit with the lore that Tolkien has established. And they even know this.
They admit it, and they don't even care.
And in the article, it literally mentions how that they're basically making it more to reflect how the world looks today. It's a fantasy world outside of our own.
It doesn't need to reflect our own if it's a completely different world, you idiots. That's the point of fantasy!
I added the lovely, lovely beard that makes her look so much better. But, like, they didn't even take the time to read and realize that dwarf women have beards. It's mentioned multiple times.
And live underground, so they won't necessarily have dark skin.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, because if you don't like it, you're just a bigot. And you're just racist and all this other stuff.
Bingo!
And we haven't even seen the trailer yet, which it may come out later today, we'll have to see. But they're already making it sound unappealing. And the thing is, if they already had to come out right out of the bat with things to already attack the fans, you all know what that means.
It means they are not faithful in their own work.
That, and also it means that they know it's going to get backlash. They know it's going to get backlash.
Why do they do these things when they know people won't like it?
Because if we push it this time out of the 5,000 other times that we've tried and failed, maybe this time it'll work.
It's definitely been more than 5,000 by now.
Spoiler alert, the people who will watch this content are the people who are fans of Lord of the Rings to begin with. It will not be people who come in out of the blue. That said, that doesn't mean that it won't bring in some more fans or more people. It's not the primary viewing audience. It never has been, and it never will be.
You're pandering to an audience that either doesn't exist or only takes up 0.002% of the world population.
You're right, but also it's even that they're trying this hard, and when they get backlash, they can't even listen to what people have to say. They literally just call them all names and try to attack them and say we're all racist and sexist and all this kind of stuff, and it's ridiculous.
They're such snowflakes.
Get this in your head. Just because people have a problem, the different races and ethnicity of people being played certain characters in movies and TV shows, does not make them racist.
No.
What it makes them is people who are passionate about the lore.
And the story. And accuracy to said lore and story.
This fan blaming has to stop. If you guys came out and said, hey, we understand that you don't like this, and we understand that it makes you concerned, but we really felt like we wanted to reflect a more diverse audience, and we understand that that doesn't fit with Tolkien's vision. We hope that you'll give it a chance anyways, because we tried to stay true to the lore. Otherwise, or we tried to make the best product that we could have, there would be a lot less people angry.
You think?
It's the whole, well, you just don't like it because blah, 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 blah. No, you know why we don't like it. You're just going to try to use whatever buzzword you can find to deflect from criticism, which is valid. And the fact that you had all this stuff locked and loaded, ready to go, just shows that you were anticipating this, which should have been a red flag for you.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Just call us all names. I'm sure that'll make us come watch your TV show.
No.
Or maybe it won't, because people don't like being called names like that. And at this point, those names literally don't mean anything anymore.
Seriously.
So yeah, this is going to be a train wreck. I've heard many things about it, and I've heard, people who have seen the trailer and stuff have also mentioned that it's not going to be good. And again, they're trying to condense all this stuff into one time period and all this stuff, and they made up new characters. You could have done this well. You could have done this well. But you chose not to because you were too embarrassed by the fact that if you had created a brand new TV show with a similar plot and whatever, with new characters, nobody would have watched because your characters are one-dimensional, have no qualities that anybody likes about them, and they're literally paper thin. So you have to brand them with a name that people know, with characters people know and are connected to build up your paper thin, ridiculous, cookie-cutter copy characters that nobody wants.
Preach.
So, yeah, it's going to be a flop. It's stupid. I don't have any interest in this. It'll give us a bunch of content.
Oh, it will totally give us content. And we aren't very big Lord of the Rings buffs, but we know enough of the lore that we can notice what is wrong.
That, and also, it's just like, I don't care about this. Like, you people need to understand that people are waking up to this. These things are popular because people like them the way that they are.
You idiots.
And calling us racist, sexist bigots won't matter because at the end of the day, the money that you are spending to create this show will be money that you are in debt because, let's be honest, it's not going to do as well because you're literally shunning the fan base and the people who made it worth its while to begin with.
And who would potentially give you more money. Congratulations!
That was one of the stupidest things. No.
Let's move on. Our next client is Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2.
So this is some good, hopefully good news. Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2. Everyone's favorite outrage-generating anime, The Rising of the Shield Hero, has officially received a new trailer and key visual for its upcoming second season.
And it looks pretty good.
And the second season coming out in April, I believe.
Yeah, 2 months from now.
So if you guys have not watched Rising of the Shield Hero, we recommend that you go watch it. Put it this way. You guys may know from me online or whatever that I have very high standards when it comes to things. This is something that, is literally one of my favorite TV shows of all time.
Yeah, and his standards regarding anime are pretty high. That's why we have such trouble finding new ones.
Exactly. So, but this is what I'm looking forward to. They did push it back.
Hopefully for the better.
And there were articles made about, because it does involve slavery to some degree. And
but it's a major plot point.
Yeah, and I have a feeling that I'm really hoping that it's not been ruined. I'm hoping that they didn't change it to make it better for people, because guess what? It's a fictional work. It's not real. No people were actually enslaved in the making of this.
No.
Just because you want clicks for outrage doesn't mean you should go and try to ruin something that people love, which again seems like a new trend these days. But it looks good. They're even hiring the same person who did the original song for the first season to make a new one. This is something I'm looking forward to. Amazon Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, no, I don't give a crap. This, I'm going to watch, and I'm going to enjoy. And I better not see any changes made just because it might offend people, or I'm gone.
Yeah, you really do not want to incur my husband's wrath. You think I'm gory? You have not heard what he would do.
Yeah, so let's not ruin this. Let's hope it's good. I'm gonna have an optimistic perspective. The trailer looked good. Something we're actually looking forward to versus something before this that we were not.
Yes. Moving on. Tom Taylor. My comic sales!
The latest numbers for DC Comics' new woke Superman series, Superman, Son of Kal-El, show the book is a loser, despite writer Tom Taylor's spurious claims to the contrary.
Wah wah. Who could have seen that coming?
Hey Tom, got a minute? Yeah, let's be honest, you do, because unless you're hired to actually make a character gay or whatever, you literally get no work, right?
Ha.
So, you were so angry that people accidentally claimed that the Superman annual was the Superman number 6 and it was doing badly. So you were kind of calling them out, whatever, which people did renege on and say, hey, whatever. And then Bounding into Comics also said, hey, guess what? We knew it wasn't the real one, but it still fell off the chart, and you blocked them because you're a coward and you're a loser. Guess what, Tom? Do you know where your book is? In the garbage, in the garbage.
I was gonna say the gutter.
That's literally what it went. It didn't even make the chart. It's literally like, I think it barely made the top 50. But Tom, I thought you said that it wasn't people rejecting it, that it was good and everybody loved it, except nobody loved it, nobody bought it, and you're a failure, which you knew. Which you knew, and you always know, because here's the thing, Tom. If you were so certain of your product and so certain that you were correct, there would have been no reason to come out and say anything. The fact that you came out and said something literally tells us that you were not at all comfortable with what people were saying, and now there's no excuses.
Very sad, very sad, very sad.
Aw, is the little super baby gonna cry?
Do it. We'll laugh. People getting hurt is so funny.
But my Superman.
Point and laugh, everybody! Point and laugh!
And Tom, if you ever watch this and you decide to, put on your big boy pants and you want to unblock me on Twitter and have a discussion, I'm more than willing to. But you'll lose.
He can't put on the big boy pants because they wouldn't fit around his diaper.
Yeah, it's true. But again, Tom, just more fun times to make fun of you for being a coward and being a hypocrite, and also maybe you want to stop soiling yourself.
Oof!
Because you seem to not be done soiling the legacy of Superman yet.
Oy. Let's move on before this gets worse. Madam Web.
50 Shades of Madam Web. According to multiple reports, 50 Shades of Grey star Dakota Johnson is in talks to play a Madam Web in the upcoming film. Woke fans are furious at the news. Why? Because unlike the Madam Web character, Johnson isn't blind.
Now, there is a way that it could work if she's not playing the blind version of Madam Web, if she's playing the younger version, which is technically a reincarnation or replacement after the old Madam Web died.
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's how it happened to the comic.
Here's the thing, though. I know this is going to be a shock. So sit down if you want to hear this, because it's going to shock you, people who are outraged about this.
To your cores. Not that you have any.
Sit down.
Are you sitting?
She's an actor. She's acting.
Actors don't actually need to be blind in order to pretend they're blind.
What? You mean they don't have to actually be the character they're playing? No, that's what acting is, you dum-dums.
Seriously. I've played a blind actress before in a school play.
Charlie Cox, who plays
Daredevil.
He's not blind.
He did almost literally blind himself preparing for the role with those glasses, but
he's not blind. Where was the outrage?
Exactly.
It's because we got into this mentality that we have to only allow certain people to play certain roles, and we can't have certain people doing certain things because they demand it to be different.
Seriously, I played Helen Keller in a school play. I'm not blind and I'm not deaf. And it was still a good play.
Cancelled. You're cancelled now. How dare you? Look, it's a Sony movie, so it might actually be decent. I really don't have interest in it, to be fair. And cry harder, because again, keyword being acting.
Shock.
I know this is a shock to you, but you know when people act, they can pretend to be people they aren't.
That's what acting means!
I know that's difficult for you and it destroys your little fragile worldview, but that's literally what the truth is.
Otherwise, you're the blind one.
If you choose to hear it, perhaps you're acting deaf.
And blind.
Well, blind to your own hypocrisy, that's for sure. But,
oh, absolutely.
But yeah, not super interested in this. I guess I'll have to wait and see what comes out about it. But
yeah, but I don't know. I'm not so sure about the actress considering her resume.
Maybe, but also, congratulations, Marvel. This is who you've been courting. This audience that gets mad because you didn't cast a actual blind actress, so good luck with that.
Yay?
Then again, this is Sony, so I guess it's somewhat Marvel, but not directly.
Mm-hmm. Let's move on then. Winter Soldier 2099 for some reason.
A strong, vaguely non-white female character sporting a lobotomy cut of dyed hair and an editorial intent aimed at recontextualizing one of the most beloved mythos of a comic book's past, Marvel is truly pulling out all the stops for their upcoming celebration of 2099's line's 30th anniversary.
I really like the 2099 characters. You know that Spider-Man 2099 is Latino? Shocking! And also, Captain America and Sorcerer Supreme of 2099 are both women! Shocking!
Diversity done correctly?
Yes!
So here's my question. First off, what the heck is up with the scarf? I think it's a scarf.
It looks like something a Mexican would wear?
I don't know. And I don't find the person very threatening when she's literally holding a handheld vacuum cleaner.
That or it's a giant letter cutter.
It literally looks like a handheld vacuum cleaner. You offering to, like, vacuum my house? Because I'll take you up on it. How much?
Yeah, this person doesn't look threatening at all. Bucky, on the other hand, when he was still the Winter Soldier, was threatening!
I'd be worried more how angry she'd get at me if I misgendered or mispronounced her. And again, don't get offended. It's a joke. Everybody can joke about things, and if you are that upset, cry in the comments. I'll laugh. I'll literally just respond with a bunch of laughing.
Me too.
Doesn't look threatening.
No.
Doesn't look appealing.
No.
Have no idea why her main weapon is literally a vacuum.
No.
Because that's what it looks like.
Why is the hair blue? Why does she have the SJW buzz cut? She doesn't even look that muscular. Then again, the armor makes her look like she has more of a man's body, so...
I don't know. I just think that, like, again, another example of people being hired at Marvel who create characters that aren't good. Because this is not a good design of a character.
No.
And whoever greenlit this and thought it was a good idea is bad. Now, could you have made this look decent? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. But, like, the scarf doesn't work. The drawing for the weapon is terrible. Look at that hand. It's not even a hand. It's like a block. Look at that.
What the heck?
I didn't even notice that.
Whoa.
It's literally a block. It's not even a real hand. It's not. Oh, my God.
Hey, Marvel. You guys are dumb.
They know that already. They know that. They know it very well. But
then why do they keep hiring the dumb people and the people who have no talent? Oh, right. Woke points.
That, and also it's because it's all about diversity and inclusion. Because...
I miss meritocracy.
I miss when hands look like hands. I would offer them, I guess. I don't know. A hand.
It. Offer it.
A hand, but, how about you vacuum my house first?
Or make a sandwich.
I'm sorry! Does it not look like a vacuum?
It does. Does she also make sandwiches?
If she did, I wouldn't want any.
Me neither.
And it, honey, it.
Oh yes, it. Does it make sandwiches?
We don't want to misgender it, I think. I don't know, whatever it is.
Do we care? This is just funny.
This is just weird. And again, jokes, relax, breathe, go for a walk.
Cry harder, and we will just laugh at you. Let's move on. Lucasfilm.
Lucasfilm confirmed once again that The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett lead to the sequel trilogy and the desecration of Luke Skywalker and Star Wars.
My husband had fun with this one.
You can see it's Luke's Jedi temple that you see getting built in the Book of Boba Fett. And again, want to make very clear, my wife and I have not watched the Book of Boba Fett.
No.
We have no interest in watching the Book of Boba Fett.
Nope.
We've seen clips, maybe.
And reviews.
But we literally have not watched it. We are just basing this on what we've heard and what we have seen for ourselves, but we have not watched it. We do not give Disney any money. We stand with Gina Carano.
Pretty much.
But as you can see, no, it's not true. That's impossible.
It really works for this picture.
And yeah, so apparently it's Luke's Jedi Temple where you see it burning in The Last Jedi. I barely remember it because I literally want to forget The Last Jedi.
And delete it from your brain completely?
And of course, because if you dare to say anything about how you don't like the sequel trilogy or whatever, you're a terrible person and you need to die online because that's what they said and you're wrong and
Basically bingo.
And I just, honestly, again, as I said, Star Wars is pretty much done for me. We chronicle its demise now. Mm-hmm. And shocking nobody, even though there were rumors out there that their sequel trilogy was being retconned, and I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
Did I believe there was some maybe infighting in Lucasfilm? That I could understand.
A civil war was a bit extreme.
Yeah, and again, it goes to show you that they don't care. And they will continue to fall. They will continue to fail upward somehow.
Defying gravity.
Good luck with that. I don't really care. There are only 6 Star Wars movies. And too bad.
Let's move on. The ObiWan show.
So as you can see, it's Luke, Boba Fett, and then Obi-Wan going, good job, and then there's Finn there. Disney Plus and Lucasfilm announced their release date for their upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Whoopee.
No one cares.
I'm sure people do. And it would be nice to see Ewan McGregor back as Obi-Wan.
He has said that this show will satisfy the fans. What he means by that, I do not know.
Well, to be fair, he's kind of gone woke a while ago. Especially when he played Black Mask in, I believe, the Birds of Prey movie.
True, but I'm pretty sure he was very happy to reprise Obi-Wan.
Yeah, and I have no problem with him playing Obi-Wan. Just at this point, though, like, they're saying how they're going to have Vader and him rematch, and it's like, that literally ruins A New Hope.
They're not supposed to meet between Mustafar and Death Star.
But it's okay, because Disney. If we want it to happen, we will, and then you'll pay us lots of money, huh?
No.
Yes, you will. You will pay us money.
No. Bad, Mickey. Bad.
No, you will pay us money.
Your Jedi mind tricks do not work on me.
You will subscribe to Disney Plus.
No, but you will subscribe to Gothic Therapy.
Yeah, please do. But in all seriousness, like...
Yay?
I'm expecting similar to what we've already gotten, where Obi-Wan bad, make him bad character, because other characters are not as good, and so therefore they need to destroy Obi-Wan to prop up the other characters that are actually terrible and one-dimensional, which I discussed, and that's literally their marketing strategy. Take some characters that people like, put them in movies and TV shows with characters that are not that interesting, that nobody likes, or very few people like, and use the destruction of that loved character to boost up the other ones.
Basically just dankle the member berries.
Yeah, that's what they did with Boba Fett. Boba Fett is no longer Boba Fett.
No.
Boba Fett is now... I don't even know.
Uncle Fester cosplayer.
Yeah. And the Mandalorian is now Boba Fett.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, because, they de-Boba Fetted Boba Fett.
They made Mandalorian the Boba Fett that we actually wanted.
It sucked.
And again, there's plenty to talk about here, but I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, let's move on then, because we're both already bored. But yeah, that was our last client, so now we get to discuss the diagnosis of the week.
And we have a diagnosis that we've used before, but I think it fits this week.
Do tell.
So the diagnosis for this week is narcissistic personality disorder.
Please explain why.
So narcissistic personality disorder are people who have these very high self-esteem. They're very much interested in getting attention, and they refuse anything or anyone who has beliefs or things that they don't agree with. They are so set in their ways that they believe that they're kind of like the gift to everybody, and everybody exists to serve them, and basically the idea behind it is that they feel entitled to all this stuff and everything, and focus and admiration and whatever, and they do these kinds of things like, for example, The Lord of the Rings and Obi-Wan, all this stuff to get people to like them, because they actually don't have personalities or ways of anybody liking them otherwise. And they're narcissistic, and they basically just treat people terribly, and if you dare to come at them or say something that they don't like, they will destroy you, because you should just know your place.
I agree, and I think it's ironic that the Lord of the Rings thing was published in Vanity Fair, because narcissists are pretty vain, huh?
That's true. But yeah, that's why I think this diagnosis fits very well for this week.
I agree.
So now we've come to the point of the video where we have the remedy of the week.
And this week we will be sending you to our friend, a member of Geeks and Gamers, Josiah Rises. His channel recently got remonetized, thanks to my husband, and he is going to be putting out his comeback video tomorrow, though he has already done some Lord of the Rings videos. He also does gaming on Twitch, so you can also find him there. But yeah, welcome him back by letting him know that Gothic Therapy referred you.
And no, Mike, we're not talking about you.
Ha ha.
Even though I don't fully buy that you're not behind some of this.
Hey, my necromancy had nothing to do with it.
I'm watching you, Mike. I'm watching you.
Ha ha.
But yeah, in all seriousness, Josiah's been a great friend to me and my wife, and we missed him while he was away. And again, we're a much smaller channel in comparison to him, but we're hoping that we can send some new people his way to welcome him back when he comes back tomorrow.
Yes.
At least tomorrow from when this video is being published.
Yes.
That's all we have for this week. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and also make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe with notifications on so you do not miss your weekly therapy session.
Or you will be charged. You can also find links to all of our socials, our Discord, and our merch store in the description below. One of the links also includes my Wattpad, which is where I post some of my writing, if you want to check that out.
But yeah, so that's all we have for this week, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Gothic Therapy